Okay, so I was gonna have a lengthier, more detailed version on the Disgaea review for PSP, the remake. But my PS2, well, PS3, all the data was full, so I was transferring it over to my PC. But apparently, you can name the game files that transfer the actual game from the store. But it's bullshit because if I try to name the game files, like my save data for Disgaea and a few other games like Crisis Core and all that. Well, I did that and put it on my computer and corrupted. Like, I thought it was bullshit because I can't get it back, so I'm just gonna review with what I got because I really don't feel like playing through it again for at least maybe a year, I don't know. It does have one of my favorite features, which New Game Plus. If you lose to like some certain bosses, like mid-boss, you'll get endings and continue over with all your levels, your equipment, and you do lose like some of the story characters, but I didn't really care. My other guys were either so high leveled or just my one guy was so power level. You know, I didn't care that I lost them. It's like whatever. And that's another thing. This game is mostly about. You can play it like a regular strategy RPG, but there are some levels where you would want to just power level the fuck out of one guy and basically him just run through the rest of the game for you, because the main story you can beat with about a couple level 80s, like as a regular team, and if you want to play it the right way, kind of. But I basically just got one guy level 122 easily and just raped the final battle like it was nothing. But it's just depending on how you play it. It's pretty unique in a sense. Like, you could go in each item, each particular item, like anything in the game has a world in it. You can travel down 100 floors. Each 10th floor you level it up to 10 levels per floor. And I thought that was pretty cool. You could always power up your items like that. And before you go in, it'll tell you the range cap of enemies, like enemies levels 1 through 5 or so. The graphics are, well, they look like your basic kind of anime-ish looking graphics on it. Has some voice acting, which is, it's okay. I mean, I'm not all that into the voice acting thing, so I don't know if it's good or bad. And then also there is these penguins, like these, they used to be humans, but they died, and either they did really bad things like, you know, sins and all that. They did so much they became these printies, these penguin dead things. You could throw them, they explode, but the most noticing thing is like they talk different, like they say dude and all that, which it was pretty unique for the first game and even for the second, you know, second and third, but there's like 5 Disgaea games now, and you know, it's just wearing off in the same way that, like, it seemed to me like they killed it the same way as Silent Hill 5, putting Pyramid Head in. Like, they don't, like, Pyramid Head, and I don't know when they put Pyramid Head in Silent Hill 5, I thought they just killed them, like, woo, it's Pyramid Head, you know. It's kind of the same thing with the Printies, like, they all talk like, so it's kind of getting old, guys, and it's a really cool game because you get power level up most of the time, most RPGs like that, like Final Fantasy Tactics and things like that, your max is level 99, you know, kind of 100, but most games you get to 99, but in this game your max is 9,999, which was pretty cool, but if you want to take the time to do that, yeah, you can kill hundreds of hours just grinding. Which some bosses, the main story, you know, like I said, like 100 level guy, but there's some outside of the story bosses, and you could go to these special maps where the game gets to like, I think the hardest boss got to like level 8,000. I'm not fully sure because I did that last year and now my data's gone, so I don't really care anymore. So. But I think he was about 8,000. It's really not too hard of a game because you just, you know, all you gotta do is go back, grind at a lower one, just retry. And that's all about what I got for Disgaea. I thought it was pretty good. Just the main flaw, I guess, is if you played over 100 hours, like, you don't want to play it again, or you don't even want to try playing 2 or 3, because once you get like so far in one of them, like so many hours, they're 2 and 3 are kind of the same. Yeah, different stories, but you're just basically doing the same with a little updates. So I guess that'd be the only downfall to any of them, really. Also, I did go to Hasty, and you know, I was looking for some games and whatnot, and I thought it was bullshit on something because most strategy guides they're pretty thick. They have the full game, like they got full detail and everything, and they look pretty nice. So I just walked by and I see the Chronicle of Riddick Dark Athena strategy guide. You know, I'm like, hey, I like this game, I'm gonna look at it. Fuck, like, stupid things like paper thin, I swore, open it up. It's like 28 pages, I think. I didn't really know, but it's like so tiny. And for the game itself, it's just the Athena part, which by itself, that's like a 5-hour game anyways. I plowed through it on normal in about 5 hours. It basically, you know, everything is easy to do. I mean, no real surprises or anything, so come on. And then you know, I was like, okay, so maybe it's like a $5-10 guy. Like, I understand. No, it's fucking $19.99, which probably the game itself would have been $20 if it didn't come with the remake of the other one. You know, and I was like, well, you know, this is bullshit. Like, who's buying this to let them do this? You look at every other guy, most every other guy you see, like Metal Gear Solid 4, it's like, well, this one's overpacked. I mean, not in a bad way, but like, you get your money's worth with this. With that game, I probably have more crap written down in my little notebook than that guide even had for the whole game. It didn't even include the regular Xbox game, which, you know, if it's gonna be $20, it should have. I might have gotten it if it had that, because I really did like that game. So, anyways, that's all about That's about all I got for now. Just keep watching these videos.